want to welcome you to our very first Multiple Sclerosis Natural Healthcare Strategies Symposium. This is the first time for us, and so please bear with us if there's any little glitches. But this today is about trying to help people that have MS and people who have other neurological disorders find out about what options there are out there in terms of natural health. We have a wonderful list of speakers today from all types of disciplines. We had hoped that Lindsey Luckey, a celebrated author, writer on health, sexuality, relationships, was going to be our MC today. Her sister has MS and is the writer of an award-winning blog called Still Sexy After MS. And we're sorry not to have Lori here to tell you about her sister's story, but I do have an excerpt for you today. Beautiful, isn't she? And the next one. So this is one posting from her blog from January the 6th. She says, positive is greater than negative. If you are what you eat, then you definitely are what you think. I have seen this statement proven over and over again, but we still refuse to believe that our negative thoughts can have a negative impact on our bodies. Your thoughts are the first step in learning and allowing yourself to heal. Living with MS is as much a part of our daily lives as breathing. Once you accept this as a matter of fact, rather than fighting against an invisible enemy, which you have made out to be omnipotent, you have won. If you were to wake up each day and the first thought you had was, I feel sick, I can guarantee you, you will. I'm not suggesting that all you have to do is click your heels together 3 times and all will be well, but simply suggesting that what if starting the day with, I feel good, could act as a beacon for your body to follow onto a path of wellness. Your mind is a powerful thing. Your thoughts are the driver. Pay attention to what you are thinking and saying to yourself for one day, and you will be amazed at how often negative thoughts can crowd your mind. I have seen this in action firsthand with a friend of mine who was recently diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS. She had a great attitude, positive approach to dealing with the new challenges in her life. When her regular walks became harder and she found that some days she could not go outside, she took what she perceived to be the first step in admitting she was sick. She bought a walking stick. This was just a regular walking stick, but it had magic powers. The power to weaken her self-confidence, crush her self-esteem, and plunge her into the early throes of depression. Although it was obvious to me what prompted her sudden emotional change and outlook on her prognosis, all she could see was the MS monster hovering over her like a dark cloud. The walking stick had the power to change her mindset about who she was and her value to others and her place in society. Her physical abilities had not changed, only the story her mind was telling her. It was a shift in her mindset that had prompted her decline, not the walking aid. Our bodies are powered by our mind and our thoughts. Watch what you think and see if this first step makes a difference in how you feel, how you approach each new challenge, and most importantly, how you begin to heal. Caitlin. I am strong. Can you please repeat after me? I am strong. I am invincible. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
Be the writer of your own destiny. And that's... No, you say, I'm the writer of my own destiny. Okay. Go ahead, say, I'm the writer of my own destiny. Great. This is Lindsey Luckey. If you want to see more of her writing, she's wonderful. She has MS, and she's not let it stop her from being sexy and wonderful and strong. And we hope that this day you have an opportunity to be inspired, get energized, empowered, so that you can say those words again and please do, with a lot more conviction. And we're going to start with Lindsey Luckey. This is Lindsey here and with the blonde hair. She does have MS, and she is taking charge, and she's going to help you do things at home so that you can start the day with this type of energy. And she's going to start us off with a half hour of chair yoga and meditation. So let's give a hand for Lindsey, please.
So I'm going to position myself towards the front here so you guys can all see me. That's not a great spot. It's a little right there. Hi everyone. Hello. So I started practicing yoga really soon after I was diagnosed with MS, and I'm really glad that I did, because I do feel like it has given me not only a lot of physical benefits in terms of balance and strength and things like that, but it has also helped to give me the tools that I need to deal with managing something like having MS. As most of you know, can be really taxing on our emotions and our nerves. So I'm really glad that I started my yoga practice, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Last year I decided to get my yoga teacher's certification so that I can teach yoga and teach them the techniques to other people suffering with MS, so that you guys can have the tools to help you get through your days and to have a more positive outlook on your life. So today I'm going to teach a pranayama practice, also known as a breath expansion or breathing practice, that I think is really, really great for people with MS. And then we're also going to do some modified yoga postures with the chair, and then I'll end the session with a short meditation. So,
are we getting a handout of what you're doing at all, or should we?
No, I don't have any handouts for today's session, but my sister here is recording it. So we will have a video of the session, so we can provide you with the link so that you can do it at home as well. Yeah. So before we begin, I'm just going to get everyone to, if you can, shift yourselves a little bit forward on your chair so that you're not leaning right back in your chair. So you're sitting upright, nice and tall. Have your legs about hip distance apart, with your feet just under the ankles, maybe slightly forward from the ankles. And this is going to be our mountain pose, our grounded pose that we return to, and I'll be reminding you of this throughout the session. So feeling that the crown of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling, creating a nice, long, tall spine. And I'm going to talk you through the breathing practice first, because it can be a little bit complicated. The name of this pranayama practice is called Nadi Shodhan, and the reason why it's so great for people with MS is because it strengthens the nervous system, and it balances both the right and left hemisphere of the brain. It also relieves stress, tension, and anxiety. So I invite you to join along, and afterwards take a moment to see if you feel any shifts or feel any differently than you did before we started. So I'll do a quick demonstration first. The hand mudra that we use for this, we use the right hand. We'll take the 3 middle fingers in towards the palm and have the pinky and the thumb outstretched like this. And then I'm going to exhale completely. Take the right thumb to the right nostril and inhale deeply through the left nostril. At the top of the inhale, you'll close the left nostril with the pinky, open the right nostril, and exhale softly and smoothly through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, close the right nostril, and exhale through the left. And that's one round. So it's like a horseshoe pattern. It goes up through the left side, out the right, back up through the right, and out the left. So we'll do a few rounds of this. Keep your eyes open in the beginning if you need to follow on visually. But once you feel like you've got it down pat, close your eyes and really try to turn your focus towards watching the breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. And I'll just talk you through the first 1 or 2 again, just so that we're all together here. Closing the right nostril, inhale deeply through the left nostril. Closing the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Inhale, right nostril. Close the right nostril. And exhale through the left nostril. Continue with this practice at your own pace. Remembering to sit up nice and tall. Crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Close the eyes. Really using the full expansion of your lungs on the inhale. If you find your mind is wandering, turn your attention back towards your breath. Watching the breath as it enters, filling the lungs, and exits through the nostrils. Feel the connection between the sit bones and your chair, feeling supported here, but also a lift through the spine. Notice if you're trying to rush through this to get to the next round. See if you can really slow down the breath. Making this round your last round, you'll finish by exhale through the left nostril. And when you're done, just resting the right hand on your lap, keeping the eyes closed for a moment. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Noticing if you're feeling a little more settled than you did when you came in here. And softly fluttering the eyes open to let the light in. Alrighty, so now we're going to do a couple warm-ups. We're going to start by just allowing the right ear to fall over to the right shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. And if you'd like to intensify the feeling of the stretch at all, you can press the left palm down towards the floor. Remembering to take deep breaths here. Imagining as you inhale that you're sending the breath towards the part of your neck that's stretching. On an exhale, rolling the chin forward, bowing the head down towards the chest. Let the head feel heavy here, but still maintaining an upright spine. Feeling a slight stretch in the back of the neck. See if you can maintain the same quality of breathing that we did in the Nadi Shodhana practice throughout all the postures that we do today. Now rolling the left ear over to the left shoulder and allowing the head to fall over the left side. Feeling a nice stretch throughout the right side of the neck. And again, if you want to intensify this stretch at all, you can press the right palm down towards the floor. Breathing deeply through the nose to fill the chest. And exhale, roll the chin back down towards your chest. The head becomes heavy. And bring the head upright. So we're returning to our seated mountain posture. And something I'd like to share with you as well, if you're doing these exercises at home, a good thing to do is, we don't have any props here with us today, but to insert a long bolster, a pillow, or even a foam block in between the knees. You can get them at London Drugs for like $7. And what that does is it activates the legs in a different way. And by squeezing the block and holding onto the block, it is like a reminder to keep the legs engaged and to keep the connection between the feet and the floor throughout your practice. So even though we don't have blocks here with us today, you can imagine that you're squeezing something between your knees as a reminder to stay engaged throughout the legs. So from here, we're going to inhale the arms up, being mindful of our neighbors. A deep breath in, reaching both arms up towards the ceiling to lengthen both sides of the waist. And exhale as you bring the elbows down, making almost like a cactus shape with our arms. I apologize for the crowdedness. And from here, we're going to bring the elbows in towards each other, bringing the right elbow to cross over the left elbow. And maybe the palms will come together, or maybe just the backs of the hands. If you're not getting there and you just want to hold the hands here like this, that's great too. Wherever you are, think about bringing the elbows up towards the ceiling slightly and the arms away from the face. Staying connected through the sit bones in your chair, upright spine, crown of the head is lifting towards the ceiling. Deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. As you inhale, you can imagine you're sending the breath to the space in between the backs of the shoulders, inflating that part of your back as you breathe in. Inhale, last breath, lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the forearms away from the face. Nice. And lower the arms down towards your sides, and we'll make a couple circles with the shoulders. So take that tension out of the shoulders. You can inhale as you lift the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale as you roll the shoulders back and down. We'll move to our other side, again being mindful of our neighbors. Inhale, reaching up with both arms. Exhale, bring the elbows down, and this time the left elbow is going to cross over top of the right. Bring the palms or backs of hands to touch together. Inhale as we lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Exhale as we take the forearms away from the face. Breathing deeply into the space in between the shoulder blades. Nice. Last breath here. Inhale. See if you can lift the elbows a little higher. Exhale. Take the arms away from the face a little if you can. Good job. And lowering the hands down now. And again, we'll make a couple rotations with the shoulders. So now we're going to do a variation of Majariyasana, or also known as cat-cow posture, which is often used in yoga classes to warm up the spine. So you can bring your hands to rest on your thighs. And as we inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward slightly, bringing the chest forward. You can imagine you're shining your heart forward, bringing the shoulders back. You can take your gaze up slightly towards the ceiling. Deep inhale here, and then exhale to round the spine, making a C curve with the spine and allowing the chin to drop in towards the chest. Inhale to lean forward, shining the heart forward. And exhale, rounding the spine. I invite you to close your eyes here and move with your breath. Feel free to rest at any point throughout the class if you need to. Really connecting with your breath here. As you exhale and round into the spine, you can imagine you're creating space between each of your vertebrae. Inhale to bring the chest forward, looking up. Nice. Nice. And on the next inhale, we'll come back to our seated upright position with the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to do a couple warm-ups with our legs and our ankles. If you can, bring your knee in towards your chest, just as far as it will come. You can grab hold of the leg from around the front of the knee, holding the leg in towards you. Feel the inhale drop down into the belly, really inflating the belly as you breathe in here. Maybe one day your leg will come close enough that you can feel your belly pressing up against your thigh, massaging all of your internal organs. There's a lot of emphasis in yoga on the digestive organs, detoxifying and massaging the digestive organs. And as you start to research alternative therapies for MS, you'll probably come across a lot of information about digestion and autoimmune diseases. So it's important to give these organs some extra love whenever we can. And while we're here, let's make some rotations with the ankles. And we'll work in both directions. And lowering the leg back down, move towards the other side. Inhale to bring the left knee up towards you, sitting up nice and tall. Shine the chest forward. Feel the inhale drop down into the belly. As you exhale, feel the sit bones rooting down into your chair. You can bring your hands to the sides of your chair here for this next one for a little bit of extra support. So this practice is really good if MS has limited your mobility to the point where you can't do a lot of walking. You can get some of the same benefits of walking using this practice here just by getting some circulation moving through the legs and the pelvis. So inhale to lift the right hip up off your chair. And exhale, lower the right hip back down, and we're going to lift the left hip up. Breathing as you go along, move with your breath. Inhale to lift the leg up. Exhale, lower the leg back down. And you might hear a couple cracks and pops like my hips just did. You can work as quickly or as slowly as you like, whatever feels good for your body today. You'll probably notice that this works the abdominal muscles a little bit as well. As you exhale, you can hug the navel in towards the spine slightly to engage the core muscles. Slowly letting that movement dissolve. We'll come back to our seated upright position. I'd like to try a modified variation of Trikonasana or triangle pose. We might need a little bit more space in front of the chairs. So if you can, slide the chairs that are in front of you just forward slightly. That will give us a little bit more room to, yeah, great. Yeah, just enough room so that we can bend forward over the legs a little bit. Perfect. We'll make do. All right, so taking a deep inhale, we're going to lift both arms up towards the ceiling. Lengthening both sides of the torso. Have the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And then exhale, we're going to begin to reach forward, hinging from the hips. If you have high or low blood pressure, you'll just come halfway, resting the hands on the thighs for support. Otherwise, you'll reach the left arm down so that it presses up against the inside of the left leg. Yeah, nice. If this right arm is getting really tired and you can't hold it up in the air like this, you can rest it down on your sacrum like this. Yeah, nice. If the right arm is extended behind you, we're going to begin to turn the chest towards the right hand side, opening the chest to the side like this. Remember to breathe deeply. Inhale as you reach that right arm back up and behind you, feeling a nice expansion across the chest. Be here for a couple more breaths. Inhale to reach the arm. Exhale, feel the feet rooted down into the floor. And exhale, lower the right arm back down. And inhale, both arms come up towards the ceiling again, reaching up. Exhale, we'll begin to fold forward, hinging from the hips. This time the right arm is going to come down to press on the inside of the right leg, and the left arm extends up behind you. Nice. That's okay. And working on opening up the chest towards the left-hand side. You can take your gaze up towards the ceiling if it's okay for your neck. Otherwise, just gazing down towards the right foot. Inhale as you reach the arm up behind you, and exhale. Feel the feet rooting down into the floor. Breathe deeply into your belly. Nice. And exhale, lower everything down. So we need to forward fold after that. Inhale, reach up with both arms. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Again, high or low blood pressure, you'll only get to the halfway position. Otherwise, you can relax the arms and the head and the abdomen over the legs, letting the arms and the head become heavy. Taking a few resting breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. You can exhale out the mouth at any time with a sigh. Breathing into the belly. See if you can soften the belly here. But remember to keep the legs active. Press the heels into the floor. And then feel the pads of the feet. There's a fleshy part under the big toe pressing into the floor, the support under your feet. Keeping the legs active. Something else to remember too when you're practicing yoga and you have MS, oftentimes we're not able to feel the feet or the legs, or they're doing funny things. Just don't be mad at your body. You'll get the opposite results of what you want. Just be patient with yourself. Do what you can. Inhale, bring the hands to the thighs, come up halfway. And exhale to come up all the way. Nice. So you take your hands to the sides of your chair for support. We're going to do a little bit of a core exercise. And so the purpose, or what we want to remember when we're doing these types of postures, is to avoid rounding into the spine like this, which is the tendency. So we want to still try to maintain our upright seated position. You can have your hands on the sides of your chair for support. We're going to attempt to lift the feet up off the floor. And just remember, even if the feet only come up a couple inches, that's fine. If you're struggling with this today, you can even do 1 foot at a time. Just taking a rest whenever you need to. Engage the core. See if you can lift the knees up off the floor. Nice. And exhale, lower the knees back down. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale to lift the knees up off the floor. Keeping a nice straight spine. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the knees. And exhale, relax the feet back down. Nice. So we're going to end with, we're not ending, but the last posture, we'll do a seated twist. So again, just coming to your upright position. Feel both sit bones connecting into the chair. Have the feet parallel, toes facing forward. Have the feet just slightly ahead of the knees. And we'll inhale to take both arms up overhead. Deep breath to fill the lungs. Imagine you're creating space between each one of your ribs. And exhale, we're going to start turning towards the right, bringing the left hand to rest on the knee, and the right hand will come behind the back of the chair for support. So inhale to lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to begin to turn towards the right slightly, but turning the chest. We don't want to jerk or turn the lower spine or the head at this point. We just want to focus on moving from the chest. And don't feel the need to force yourself into the twist. Stay here for a few breaths, and you'll notice that gradually as we spend time here, the body starts to open and we begin to create more space in the body. Notice while you're here if your left hip has begun to creep up off of the chair. See if you can distribute the weight evenly between both sit bones. Stay rooted through the sit bones. Feel the crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Soften belly. And then on an exhale, we'll slowly unravel the spine, coming back to our seated position. And just to create symmetry again, we're going to inhale, lengthen both sides of the ribs. And exhale, we're going to take the right hand to touch down on the left knee, and the left arm comes in behind the chair. And again, just taking your time to make your way into the twist without forcing or pulling. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to find a little more room to begin twisting from the chest. Detoxifying all of the internal organs. Feeling both sit bones rooted down into the chair. Don't lose the connection with your feet either. Keep the feet and the legs active. And exhale, slowly allowing yourself to unravel. Come back to center. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, take the palms together. Bring the palms down to rest in front of your heart. Closing your eyes. You're going to begin to rub the palms together vigorously until you start to feel some heat generating between them. And the palms are feeling really nice and warm. You can take them to rest over top of your eyes, kind of like cup the palms over the eyes. Sending this healing energy towards the eyes, the only exposed part of our nervous system. And with MS, we often have trouble in this area. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhale through the nose. Now beginning to lower the hands down, just wiping the face, like almost like just massaging the face in any areas that feel tense, maybe the sides of your jaw. Wiping away tension, wiping away stress. Maybe the hands will travel down towards your neck, giving your neck a little bit of a rub and a massage. We're moving towards our Shavasana, our relaxation posture. So I'll just get you to, at this point, you can let yourself release back towards your chair, allowing the chair to support you. Have your eyes closed. Your palms face up, rested on your thighs. can turn your attention towards the parts of your back and the parts of your body that are being supported by the chair. So maybe your sit bones, just under your shoulder blades. And release into those areas, feeling totally supported by the chair here. Knowing that you're safe, supported, can let go of tension, relaxing or letting go of any expression you might be holding on your face. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax the jaw. You can have the mouth parted slightly. The tongue just resting in behind the front teeth. Feel yourself giving over all of your weight towards the chair. Now turning your focus towards the sit bones, the root or the base of your spine. And as you inhale, feeling an energy or lightness, or just a visualization, imagining the energy moving from the base of your spine, all the way up your spine and out the top of the crown of your head. Seeing this pathway as a clear, unobstructed pathway. And as you exhale, you can feel the energy moving from the crown of the head, down the spine, back towards the root or the base or support. And sitting with this visualization for the next few moments. With your breath, inhale as you feel the upward moving energy. If you find the mind is wandering here, turning your attention back towards your breath. If you have trouble with visualizations, maybe you can just experience what your body feels like right now. Maybe you can feel the sensation of the energy moving up and down the spine. Might feel like some warmth or a little bit of tingling, a buzzing sensation. Now imagining that you're sitting under a cool waterfall, rainforest waterfall, pouring down on the top of your head. The water is moving through the crown of your head, down your spine, down your legs, and out the bottom of the soles of your feet. You can imagine this clean, pure water washing away stress, tension, anxiety, fear, anything that's not serving you at this moment. You can let it go, let it be washed away. Leaving you feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. At the end of your next exhale, Taking a deep inhale through the nose to bring the awareness back into the body. Fill up the lungs. Begin making small movements with fingers and toes. Maybe rolling the head from side to side a little bit. And then when you're ready, no rush at all. You can use the sides of your chair for support to help you back up to a mounted or a grounded seated position. Bring the hands to touch together at your heart center. Close the eyes, dropping the chin down towards the chest. Taking this moment to thank all the teachers that have come here today to share their knowledge and wisdom with us. And also to thank yourself for coming here today and being proactive and doing what you can for yourself or for your family members to live the best, happiest life possible. And I wish you all well on your healing journeys. Namaste.
Namaste.
Mm.